We love on yours or the
2 fried taters.
okay.
Diabolical sabotage.
I'm Peter Fool. Want to specify? Pivot! Gee, this is silly.
And now, the nations of the world, brought to you by...
Unbelievable! I'm still in a state of shock right now. This is a tasty burger.
This is not now. There are rules. Rules.
Well, what's up, everybody?
Two fried
We kind of
taters.
harmonized right there.
I don't know if you call that a harmony.
We did.
You call
I'd
it
call it a
something.
harmonize. We almost.
Well,
Meet me up here. I'm up here.
Did you ever watch Regular Show?
Yeah, sometimes.
Dude, I love that because
sometimes it is.
Mordecai and Rigby do that. They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
They always do it in line. Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah, mine's always been a Family Guy. One of my favorite episodes where they go, Quagmire and Peter going on tour because they're singing now, and that's how they started.
yeah.
With the bee came through,
Yeah.
and they started harmonizing.
Dude, my favorite one of all time is when the first time they kind of did it there for a while, but when Peter trips and falls and hits his knee.
Yeah,
And, I love those episodes. I love the first couple of chicken episodes.
the chicken thing it's always going to be there. It's one of them bits that will just run forever.
Did you see the one? I can't remember if it's new. Anyway, Meg gets a boyfriend and it's chicken's son.
I haven't seen that.
Like she goes to this camp or something, comes back with a boyfriend and his chicken's son.
Oh God.
Peter's like, get out.
Oh, no.
He's a chicken, Meg.
Dude,
What?
sometimes when they break the fourth wall in that show, though, it's just so funny.
So, like, what sets? So let's unpack that because this is an interesting topic. You got, what are your quintessential cartoons? Like, what's your top 5 of all time?
I don't know if I have 5.
Top 3. Give me your top cartoons of all
All
time.
right. Well, top one is going to be Family Guy. I'm a big Family Guy fan. Always loved it. It's gonna like people are gonna ridicule me, but like Bob's Burgers. I like Bob's Burgers.
See, David loves Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of episodes, but I've never watched.
Like I'm not one for like dry humor like that, but it's kind of like
Were you an Office fan?
the
Office?
yeah.
Like the show The
God,
Office?
God, yeah.
Parks and Rec or The Office?
Both. I love both.
Oh,
of them.
really?
Yeah, dude, love both of them.
Most of the time it's on one side or the other.
Yeah, I love both of them. Like
See,
I love Ron Swanson's
Ron
character.
Swanson, dude,
Is
that-
like one of my favorite.
If it
of all
wasn't for
time.
Chris Pratt and what's his name? I can't remember what his name is.
The dude who played Ron Swanson.
Yeah. What is his name? I got a book by him.
Hoffman.
Nick Offerman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Pratt and Nick Offerman make Parks and Rec with me. Aziz Ansari with Sprinkles.
Yesterday, I blame myself for, but I missed an opportunity to be Ron Swanson at Home Depot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, me and Steven were at Home Depot, and one of the guys comes up, and I was looking for a step bit, and one of the guys comes up, he's new there, he goes up to Steven, like, you guys need any help with anything? And before I could say anything, Steven already said that what we're looking for. I was like, dude, you missed an opportunity.
Yeah,
I was like,
you
you could have
missed-
been Ron Swanson. I was like, what? I was like, if he'd have asked me, I'd have been like, I know more than you.
Yeah, I know more than you. His bacon bit. I liked The Office more. Well, I think just because I watched more of The Office. But The Simpsons, South Park, Family Guy.
See, Simpson would be my number 3.
Simpsons is that was because it was forbidden when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Couldn't watch The Simpsons. It was adult cartoons.
Well, I mean,
And I look back now, I'm
Family
like,
Guy was when it.
have you seen Adult Swim? Like, have you?
One I could not get behind because I always thought it was too raunchy and too stupid. Was Robot Chicken. Could not stand
The first few of Robot Chicken were okay. Then it just kind of, I don't know where it.
I don't know. Dude, I never have watched an episode of Robot Chicken that I liked.
I liked Celebrity Deathmatch back in the day on MTV. Did you ever watch that?
No, but I watched Bully Beatdown.
Bully Beatdown.
Yeah.
It's Bully Beatdown.
Who was it?
What did this come on?
Mayhem. It was MTV. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
It was Mayhem Miller.
I don't know.
I'd have to look it up. But yeah, it's basically an MMA fighter who was world famous at the time. Would basically people who were getting bullied would send him, like, hey, come help me.
Oh, he'd show up and like,
yeah, he would
"What's up?"
show up. He would challenge the bully, to 3 rounds with an MMA fighter, and if they won, every round they got paid X amount of dollars, and they would just, they'd always, oh, I could beat any MMA fighter. Whatever.
like Jake Paul.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. And some of them would like hold their own. Some of them hold their own. Some of them would just get destroyed, and still talk crap after that they just got their butt whooped.
See, those are the guys that turn into the on the previous episodes. We're like,
Yeah.
Coach had just put me in. They turn into those.
Yeah, no,
guys.
there's a lot of them. Where one dude was like 5'4", but he was on steroids, and he just walked around like that, and you like sit there in the interview and just I was like,
Those
dude,
people are real, man.
yeah,
They're real people.
yeah,
out
they
there.
are.
out there in this world walking around like that.
Dude, thinking they just
And if
can't
you're
be
one of them,
touched.
you're a douchebag.
You're a big one.
I'm just gonna say it. Like
You.
if you're walking around doing that, you're a douchebag. I don't care how old you are.
So I mean,
and if you're in your 40s doing it, bro, sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
those are the guys that no matter what, they'll always go to their high school football games. Like, oh man,
Yeah. Back 95.
These kids just don't play like we used to. Back when I was in school, we had bigger boys. Like,
What's all them sissy pads?
I was like, dude, just come on.
Dude, I grew up in the 90s. It wasn't that hard. I mean, it was hard, but it wasn't like playing leatherneck football.
Man, I mean, y'all had to walk uphill both ways to school.
I want to see those guys play one game of rugby.
Dude, rugby's
Like, straight up.
ruthless.
You know who used to play rugby?
Who?
Christopher Lynn.
Oh yeah, you did.
For
tell me.
Jacksonville
Yeah,
State.
yeah, y'all told me
He
that.
sure did.
Yeah,
He played at Jacksonville State.
see, I could see that.
He's got the build for it.
Yeah,
Chris is not somebody that I care to meet on a rugby field.
No,
I'm just going to be
they
honest.
call it
with
a
you.
scrum or rummage or
Yeah.
when they get together. And so, did you see that? Speaking of rugby, there was a video. I don't know who did it, but they basically took a Formula One car and put something in between it and a rugby team and see who could.
Oh, hold it.
Yeah, and
They
the
held a Formula
rugby
One?
team held a Formula One car. I don't know how true it was.
I don't
'cause,
think
like,
that-
dude, it was like them tires were roasting and
I don't
they
think
wasn't moving.
I was going to say, I don't think it's that impressive because if the tires ever break traction, like if you ever break traction, you won.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's still impressive to it.
Well, like,
you held
they-
like a car,
Yeah, I mean, obviously they did it on concrete. I think.
but they could have like baby oiled the concrete, the wheels,
I don't know.
It's good spinning.
From an outside standpoint looking in, it looked cool.
I like the one where the Dodge, is it the Dodge truck that pulls the 747?
No, it was the Tundra.
Was that a ton?
No, Tundra pulled the space shuttle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the 07s. Like
Yeah.
I got.
I got the truck. Dude, you know how many
Basically a 3/4 ton.
you know how many nice trucks I get?
No, dude, you know how many I got when I first got my Tundra?
I get them all the time. It's not my truck.
It is mine.
That's the big secret. Like, it's not my truck.
Like, I don't know. I was always that kid that, I love seeing the trucks that I got,
Yeah.
And like, I was always that kid. So now every time it hits me in the ticker when a kid's like,
Like when
"What?
somebody throws it
That's
out.
such a cool truck, dude."
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you don't know what's wrong with it though.
Yeah, exactly. Where do you grow up?
Yeah.
It's not such a nice truck anymore.
But
Comes with a lot of payments, money, and headache.
yeah, and God forbid something break.
Dude, it's so expensive, man.
I
Like everything is.
It only gets worse, as we progress.
That's what my dad, some years ago, they bought a Lexus. And I was like, Dad? He was like, yeah, I know. I was like, you bought a problem because the headlights on those things at the time were like $500 a piece.
Dude, the headlights on like your truck now
Yeah,
are like
it's 20
$1,200.
No, the one on the RAV was like $2,300
Yeah, that's ridiculous,
That's insane.
dude.
for a headlight, Jack,
That's ridiculous.
because you can't replace the bulb. So on my truck, I don't know how much they are on that Tundra, but they've got to be that or more.
I haven't even looked like for mine.
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't know.
Like everything is like that. Like absolutely everything is insane and high priced. But I will tell you what is not high priced: quality entertainment in Birmingham,
Oh,
Alabama.
dude, for $25,
$25.
we had a time.
What a bargain!
We had a time Friday.
It
night.
was a bargain for $25.
Oh man, let's see. What was that first band?
Dude, I still haven't remembered.
All I
Southern
remember
Cats.
is Florida Man. That's all I
Florida
remember.
Man, dude.
that
Like-
that was their number one hit song.
That was, well, to be fair, it was the only song we heard.
Well, I
We
mean,
call it the half of one.
Yeah, but like they sung it with gusto.
Listen, I want to preface before we get into this conversation, okay? These musicians were very talented in their abilities.
Musicians.
The musicians,
They could play.
they were very
They could
talented.
play instruments.
They could no, and I even get like from the vocal side of things. There's a certain appreciation with that genre that these were actually good bands for that genre.
Were they?
However, no, it's true.
They're opening for Max Sabbath
Yeah, I know, but like that whole underground punk thing, like it was
in a room of like 200 people.
They were good. They were good bands for the show that we went to. I just want to clarify that. However, we saw things.
This was 5 days ago, man. I'm still rolling at some of the stuff we saw,
Still
man. Like
trying to
I go through my phone and I'm like, what the heck was I at?
What did I see? What transpired in front of my face? That's where I was like halfway through the show, bro. I'm like, even me. Now you know me. They don't know me that well, but you know me. Like I find interest in some strange things.
Yeah.
But I was
Okay, so here's my statement.
I was thrown for a loop.
Was I entertained? Absolutely.
Did you get your $25 worth?
And then some. Okay. But can I actually fully comprehend what I saw?
No,
No.
not at all.
And you know me. Soon as they start getting weird, man,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Which is pretty early on.
yeah, I'm not one for judging, but like, I love people watching in settings like that. And if you're doing some weird out there crap in public, I'm gonna judge.
Yeah. All right, so let's go back. We start the evening off driving to Birmingham.
Okay,
right? It's
well,
about an hour.
let's start with once we get to Birmingham, we're like, all right, we still got 45 minutes or so before the show starts. Let's go get food, right? So
Impossible.
So we're driving around. What do you want to eat? We do the usual. Oh, I don't care, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want, man. I'm easy.
We land on Wendy's. So we pull up to Wendy's. From the outside looking in at this Wendy's, I'm like, hey, dude, they got like these real, the nice glass doors like you see in like, what's the street in L.A.?
Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, Rodeo Drive. And, the big department store glass doors that doesn't have this seam, the weather strip.
The front of it's big enough like it had a play place in it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Yeah.
And real clean glass really was on the outside.
Now that you say that,
it was clean glass.
Clean glass.
Step in at first glance, nice hardwood floors until you actually start walking on them.
Yeah.
And then what are they?
Stuck,
They're
bro.
sticky.
Stuck like Chuck.
And at first walking in, I'm like, oh, this is a nice swanky Wendy's. And he's like, a swanky Wendy's. We get up to the kiosk. Well, we're walking through the little lobby where there's a group of kids. And, we got one laying in the booth sucking his thumb. He's 13, 14.
14 years old. True story. Teenager.
And so we go up to the kiosk because God forbid we order at the counter nowadays. And,
wait. What about the guy standing at the counter? He stood there for a long
Which
time.
one?
The bald guy that got his food before us.
Oh, yeah.
He stood there for a
yeah.
hot minute, dude. He was not going to use the kiosk. Carry on.
No, he even had money in hand. He was like this. But we order, and I get done ordering before you.
Yeah.
And I go over there. I'm waiting. The next thing you know, you come. I go to the bathroom, come back. They finally get the group ahead of us' food out, and the dude's just fry cook back there, just chucking fries into the bag,
Mario,
like
man.
with gusto. It's just
Dude, he gets straight up like these fries. You get out of here.
He was pissed that they had to work, and he just chucking them things in there with attitude. And I'm like, I'm here for it.
You don't remember it, but there used to be a game on Bozo Morning Show where you would throw the balls in the bucket, and there was like 5 buckets. So like this dude's got like 10 bags, like a literal 10 or 12 bags lined up on the counter, and he is throwing fries in each bag.
Like he's tossing them up, and they're just going in the bag. He's tossing them up. Somehow they're staying in the container until they get in the bag.
Yeah,
I know they dumped out.
Oh yeah. As soon as they hit the
had
bottom,
to.
it exploded.
One of them, he threw a thing of nuggets in there, and it tipped the bag over, and he just picked it back up and slung it back down.
Yeah, it's all shook up.
And
It's like shaking.
but anyway, so that group gets their food. You get your food. which again I ordered before you.
Yep.
And then the guy behind you gets his food.
Yeah, bald guy.
And I'm
Angry
just-
bald guy.
And I'm like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. I'm just
Did you go over to the drink machine? There's like 2 selections.
yeah.
This is one of those
it's those big
300 combo.
yeah those
drink
fancy
machines.
Coke ones. But I'm sitting up there just and I'm pulling my phone out to look like I'm busy.
What I do in my hands.
Just scrolling through Marketplace, and he goes, Blake. I'm like, oh yeah, I put my name on it.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you have the? He says something that's not my order. Like, he's like, do you order like the flurry or something, or not the flurry, but the frosty? And I was like, no, I had a baconator. And he's like, okay. And then he goes back, pissed off, and finally gets my food. And I go to the drink machine. It's either Coke Zero, or that
Ginger ale.
yeah.
Seagram's ginger ale.
And I'm like, okay, well, I'll get regular Coke. So I pour my Coke, and it only fills up halfway before it cuts off. I'm like, what the heck? So I go in, fill it again, and I can see it's just CO2. So I go to drink it, and that's all it is, just CO2 with a little bit of Coke in there.
Dude, that was a rough looking Coke in a cup.
And then I open my wrapper, which the burger's already halfway sticking out when I get it. And it's just sloppy. There's ketchup everywhere. I'm like, you know what? Screw it.
Dude, it was in the bathrooms. They've not been clean since COVID.
Dude, there's a big old puddle, not just drips,
drips,
but a puddle of
puddle.
urine underneath the urinal.
Puddle.
And somebody went to town on the freaking paper towel dispenser. It was halfway caved in. Like somebody, like Kyle had been in there punching drywall and he missed and hit the thing.
Forgot about Kyle. That's what I call a Fisher. He loves Code Red, so I call him Code Red Kyle. Like,
Dude, that was such a funny. I loved that point in time where everybody was just
that
making
little
fun of Kyle's.
slapstick comedy.
Oh yeah, dude, it was awesome.
Phenomenal.
But anyway,
So we leave Wendy's.
we leave Wendy's and we get to the venue, looking for like tour bus or whatever. We see 2 minivans. One is an older minivan. One's kind of a newer minivan. You could tell that the headliners were in the newer minivan because they sprung for the tandem axle U-Haul trailer.
That's right. They had a bigger show to haul.
Yeah, so which I only saw the 2. I can only assume that the first 2,
Oh no, dude! I'm telling you right now.
the first 2,
The second, the middle band, they came in their car.
out of that, they carpooled and the first 2 bands carpooled in that one old, because the older minivan was it was like kind of like an Astro,
Yeah,
but it had, obviously had the single axle.
yeah. No, not
U-Haul.
the headliner sprung for the Town and Country.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, Town and Country.
Yeah.
It had
I'll
power
give 'em
windows,
that.
sliding doors.
Yeah, and
But they still all had U-Haul trailers. Not like U-Haul
But we're-
trailers that
so we-
have been bought.
we park across the street in a public parking lot. Excuse me. And big bay door on the side of the building. And
Yeah.
we're like, do you know how easy we could go
That's
backstage?
back like
'Cause
you
we
could
got
see
in
the drummer.
Yeah, like we got into the venue. First of all, we got frisked before we went in
Get
there.
frisked.
We got frisked. They gave us a wristband. Then we proceed to the next table where we
next
actually got
check-in point.
our other wristband
Yeah.
to get into the
We had a
venue.
lefty and a righty.
And that first one had to go on your left.
Yeah.
Like I went out like this, and no, give me your left. And I was like,
Yeah.
what does it matter?
Gender assignment.
So we walk in, and like the first band is just in it, man. They're But we get in right at the end of that
All right,
second to last
hold
song.
on. Hold on. Let's go to the first band, okay?
Yeah.
What is the first thing that you hear after the song stops and it breaks and they're going into their next song? What was what you heard?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember? What did he? Can you do an impersonation of him, of the type of enthusiasm that he brought?
I would have to put a lot of money in the swear jar.
You might-
Dude was dropping F-bombs, man.
He was dropping F-bombs. He was dropping like a comma, dude. But it was one
Okay.
of those like, "Hey, you guys ready to rock?"
Yeah, and nobody said anything.
Crickets,
It was
dude.
quiet. He's like, you want to effing rock?
And everybody's like, Yeah.
It's just, "Ew."
Dude, he's leaning up over the monitor.
FaceTimes his mom while he's on
He
stage.
did.
Like he's
Yeah.
just some big shot.
Forgot about the mom
Yeah,
video.
FaceTime the mom, and he's like, "Rock on," you know. And
Then he goes into their hit single.
goes another hit single. First, it's one of those songs where the crowd has a very big involvement.
Yeah, it's a participation
So
song.
he's like, "We're gonna say Florida man, and then you guys are gonna say Florida man." He's like, "Let's practice Florida man," and then he points to us, and we're all like, "Florida man."
And the guitarist is just like, bow,
Dude, I mean, okay, but you gotta admit that first riff when they go into Florida man,
oh, dude, it's killer.
dude, it was
Killer.
It was off of
Killer.
it, man. But then it just goes Florida man, bah, 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 and then like I don't even know what I couldn't hear the whole time. The whole time we were here, I didn't hear a single lyric. I've probably made 3 lyrics out of through all 3 bands. Like other than that, I couldn't make out anything.
We might as well have been in like a punk club in Germany.
It's like all I'm doing. I just hear like that second band though. What was their I forgot what their name is, but like the thing that pissed me off about them the most was the fact that like I get, you know, punk rock, we're edgy, you know, nothing, we're not conforming to the rules of society. Their band uniforms didn't match. You had one that was dressed like a gay trucker with a 2-tone sparkly vest and a trucker hat that said hog. Their lead singer was dressed up like just a normal punk chick, which you would expect for them to dress
Exactly.
up as. The other guitarist was dressed up like a Presbyterian woman with just a white dress on.
Yeah, it had those jumper pants.
Yeah.
Like those big legged Presbyterian standard issue Sunday morning.
Yeah. And then the drummer back there was just in a regular t-shirt with like really short shorts on with, you know, the rainbow thing on the edge. I don't even really remember what the piano player was wearing because they just completely
forgot about him.
They forgot to acknowledge him when they were doing the intro.
When they did the sound check, because that's one thing I love about those type shows, because the sound check's right there in front of
Said,
everybody.
yeah, you got to watch every
You gotta
band do
watch
the sound check.
everything in place.
Yeah.
But they forgot about the keyboardist. Like the keys is in the back behind everybody, and they
Yeah.
go through all their sound checks, and the guy from the soundboard goes,
What about keys?
and everybody on stage is like, "Oh yeah, Tommy, you want to do your sound check, bro?" And he's just back there like, "Yeah, I'd like to." Like,
Plays a couple, you know, of these and that's good to go.
so there was one thing that I noticed during the sound check, and at first it caught me off guard because I mean I've heard it a lot. I've been in a lot of sound checks before with a lot of different kinds of bands, and so they'll often say "more me."
Yeah.
In the monitors, you know, because they want to know
Yeah.
where they're at. They want to know the cadence and where we're at, and they want to hear it. But there was a lot of, I just need a lot more me,
Yeah.
me, and I'm like, how much you do you need to hear?
Talk about me. You want to talk about that?
Well, they started the second they started playing, I was like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah, I think that bass
you
was
can't
like,
hear a damn thing.
Yeah, nothing.
You got to have more me.
That bass was like
Dude,
loud,
it-
man.
It was in there. It was cage rattling.
Yeah. And the one that keeps getting, like, I keep thinking about, though, is the Presbyterian dressed lady. She was her favorite move to do while she was playing the guitar was just spin around in circles.
Yeah, there was no
And like it didn't,
real-
if it didn't match,
It
what-
doesn't make-
like,
it didn't
no,
make sense.
It was like she was just trying to just be edgy.
You know how Tyler Childers has that glare out
Yeah.
into the crowd, like when he sings live, like he's
Yeah.
not really looking at anything. This was the same way, but I don't think there was anything there.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was because every time they looked up, it was like into the.
It's like they get stage fright if they look at you.
Yeah, but I don't know if they were in this universe. I don't even think they were in this planet.
See, what got me though, a lot of it was like I would watch her, right, or him, whatever. They weren't biologically, you know.
Yes, correct.
What they were assigned. So when I was watching them, it's like she would quit playing in the middle of a song to take a drink of her tea.
Yeah,
Like,
and it was now let's. This is like hot tea.
no, this was in a bottle like Arizona tea, like you buy at
Okay.
the gas station.
There was one time she picked up a coffee mug, They had like a little string hanging out.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, because it was sitting back there on.
Oh, I just
top
saw
of
the
mon-
Arizona T. She'd stop and just in the middle of like she was supposed to be riffing. Like
So let's address the monkey in the room. They were only playing half of a guitar.
they were like I've never seen guitars like this. They were missing some components. All these videos that we're talking about, we can upload to the page and you guys can see. But like they were missing like the neck of the guitar where all the tuners was gone.
Yeah, there's no tuner on it.
It looked like they were missing like the back half.
The whole
of it.
quarter of it.
Yeah.
The whole quarterback side is just gone.
Like they were just.
It's like it was like an electric mandolin.
Yeah, because they came in very small cases.
Yeah, it was like a lead guitar, but the size
That's another
of a
thing. They
mandolin.
didn't have any roadies, so I thought it was just funny watching them unpack their own stuff.
Blake.
Just 'cause
Blake.
after they got done, they got their cases back out and put everything on in stage and drove it back and tore it back off.
You don't rent a town and country and have roadies. Like
This U-Haul come with movers.
you are still establishing fans at this point.
Dude, it was something else. And then the headliners come out. Well, first of all,
Yeah, I want to touch on the middle band real quick. So I have a deep appreciation for music theory. You know, I do. Like, I love the way things are strung together. I love lyrics. I love the story. I love the artistry that comes with it. Like David Bowie and pretty much anything that came out of glam rock is kind of hokey, but there was a story in some of it, so I really appreciate it. I just want to establish this before we get into
couldn't
this
catch
part.
a story out of anything.
I caught some of it, but there was a point that we're going to talk about that lost.
This is the part I'm thinking.
Yes, like, bro, I can see deeply into things, especially artistic expression.
Dude, the lead singer was very angry.
I was lost,
He was very
angry.
It's like I said, I could not catch any lyrics out of anything that they sung, really, besides the one part I'm pretty sure we're fixing to touch base on. And
Trannies needs gun.
Well, okay, so
trannies need guns.
they had two that I can think of was trannies need guns and then the pig thing.
Yeah,
But anyways, I'd turn around. Every song was just the lead singer going ah! into the mirror, like it hurts to pee, you know.
that was like a kidney stone piss.
And like you can see the pain.
So and that's part of I get the telling the story. I get the linking of the emotion to it. Like, I find a certain cool quality and things like that. But the minute that the pigs came out,
The pig masks and the loop got started.
dude, it was, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been known to exaggerate. It was a solid 6 minutes.
Oh, dude, every bit of it. I would even say 10.
Like a literal
Like
6
so
to 10 minutes.
they had a
solid.
song called Pig.
No, I think it was Long Pork.
Long Pork.
I think it's the actual name of the song.
Okay.
I sent it to you the other day.
That's even better. Okay, Long Pork, and they said it was about the capitalistic pigs in this country. And however, okay, let me touch base on that real quick. They were complaining about the capitalistic pigs in this country while they're trying to get rich and famous from playing the music.
Well, I mean, here's where that goes: is we're not doing it for the money. We're doing it for the expression.
You literally went into the crowd begging for money.
Is that? Do you really think? Okay, let's touch on that. Let's circle back
okay, so
to
the
how
pig-
we get to
okay.
the.
So
public.
they're singing long pork, and like they get to this one part, which was also supposed to be their last song, by the way.
So unfortunate and so unfair. I told Blake about 3/4 of the way through that song, it is not fair to announce we're going to play our last song and proceed to play for 45 minutes.
Yeah, because anyway,
Allman Brothers all day.
like a half hour into this song, and she turns a loop on, and it's just her going, what was it? Our piggies are hungry, feed us slop or whatever.
Yeah, that's something.
And so she puts that on loop, and all of them put on a pig mask, and they come out into the crowd, and you'll see the video on the page. It's just people, this dude right in front of us, just on his hands and knees, just putting his hands out, and somebody would give him whatever, and he'd act like he's eating it or whatever, and move on because he's edgy.
I feel like that if I had known prior to bring snacks, I mean, I would have brought them.
It wasn't in the flyer that we had
Yeah.
to bring slop for the pigs, or
Yeah.
else we would have.
I didn't get a heads up.
I would have stopped at the buddy's farm and got some pig food.
Yeah, I would have brought some goldfish.
Yeah, something.
I would have
you know,
brought
I'd-
cheese
I would
puffs.
have brought a bag of bread and just
Yeah,
you
ducked
know?
it.
Yeah,
you know?
and
But I was unprepared because I was unknowing of the situation at hand.
if I'd have went to the snack bar, got some peanut M&Ms, and magic. rain.
Furthermore, I would have appreciated a heads up.
Yeah.
Not just to bring snacks, but just period. Like, you're about to walk into something.
I'm so glad we didn't do any research or didn't know what the heck
We had
we
no
were
idea.
walking into, anyways, because that made it more fun.
Yeah. See, because I bought the tickets because of Mac Sabbath.
Yeah.
Like, for the record, Mac Sabbath puts on, the whole thing was a great show, but Mac Sabbath's show is very much, if you're a music person, very much worth going to see.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool little
It
theatrics
really,
deal.
it really was cool. They were anyway.
Getting to it, on the other hand, I appreciate it. I don't understand it.
We had a road to go through.
If I didn't have to try to hold our spot on the wall, because we had a wall spot, and if you go to small venues, you know how important that is, I probably would have walked to the back.
We were pretty close to the
Yeah,
front.
yeah, we made it up pretty close to the front.
And so let's talk about them though. So before they come out, they've got this big, banner thing blocking the stage so you don't see anybody setting up anything.
Correct.
Cool. I go to the bathroom, right? Because I have to pee. So I went to the bathroom. I go into the stall because all the urinals are taken, and the latch to lock the doors. Well, the door closes this way, so the latch should be over here, and it should open this way. Well, it opened this way, and he couldn't lock the door. I was like, screw it, I just got to pee. I just, somebody comes in, I don't care.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Can't lock it. It's like Seabass on Dumb and Dumber. You're just in there, Jack. Like, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, dude. So I get out, I wash my hands. Saw my pet peeve that I hate about public bathrooms is someone walked up to the sink and just ran their hands for like half a second under the water, walked off, called it good.
Flick.
Yeah, instead of washing your hands like an adult. So, and then I get to the paper towels after I've washed my hands, and no paper towels. So I got to give them one of these. Back it out, okay, and then got the head, the Ronald McDonald heads with the lasers that looked
lasers.
pretty sinister, and like it was,
Yeah.
I was there for it.
Yeah.
Like, that looked cool. And then, dude, we started recording so many different times during this
So-
because they kept playing it up like they're about to come out, and they
I
never
pieced
came
together.
out.
That was their sound check.
Oh, that was their sound
That was their
check?
sound check. So that whole little pre-show of all that music playing,
Yeah.
the guitarist jumping in at a certain point and jumping out, and then those random song lyrics just being chanted over and over and over again, that was their sound check.
Okay. Well,
Instead of having to sit there
that
and listen
makes-
to bang, bang, more me, bang, bang.
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
However, then the curtains finally drop, and by finally drop, I mean the guy that's dressed up as the fry cook carefully
Dude,
undoes it from the thing.
My favorite guy of the whole band is Fry Cook guy.
Dude, Fry Cook Eddie was like,
top tier, man.
Dude, it was awesome. We're sitting there, they're shredding, they're playing. I don't know what song they're playing, something about McDoubles, and I look just past Grimace, and I see Eddie the Fry Cook just
He's just mad, dude. I love it.
leaning up against the speaker, just.
Like Fry Cook is the Easter egg you weren't expecting. Because when we got there, he was at the
selling
merch table.
Yeah.
So like you got this Fry Cook dude and straight up Mac Sabbath regalia.
Dude, just all the way Mac Sabbath out.
Let alone-
he's got the little hat,
Oh, yeah.
that they give you at like
Shirts
Steak
tucked
and
in.
Shake. Got his little apron on.
Little did we know he was also the stagehand.
He was the roadie.
he was Fry Cook Eddie is Mac Sabbath's roadie.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Or he, really, he could be the manager.
Dude, what about him coming out? I thought the curtain was going to drop.
Yeah, I did too, but he
I was-
carefully takes it off the thing.
I was waiting for that, bow, and then it falls.
Dude, that would have been so
sparkles
much
go.
cooler, wouldn't it?
It didn't happen. Fry Cook Eddie.
Freaking hamburger comes out with like flares, just drumming.
No, dude. Like
Dude.
it was and then you finally get to see the characters.
Yeah.
Like,
So that cheeseburger head, let's talk about him
dude,
first.
bro, I'm here for
As
it.
far as punk rock goes, dude, if I have to choose a punk rock hamburger, that is my guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, hands
100%
down.
got-
Hands down, dude.
Got his horns coming out the bottom of it,
Yeah.
and like elephant tusks.
Stop what you're doing right now and gaggle Mac Sabbath.
you can
Look at
Google.
what we're talking about here.
You can
Like,
Google it. It's worth a Google,
this is a spectacle
dude.
to be seen.
You know, you got Grimace over there with the Slash hat on, just
Just going at it.
dude, just going at it, man. And you just that blank stare on his face though, just
Yeah. And then Ronald finally makes his way out, and
So,
he's
dude, let's talk about-
full-blown Ozzy.
let's talk about Ronald. Okay, Ronald walks like Ozzy does now, though.
I know.
I'm gonna demonstrate. Okay, so this is what we see. He's walking back and forth from the front mic to the drums where he has his ketchup and mustard. We see this.
You walked out of frame. I don't know. It's got such a lag on it. We're an 8-second delay. Just walk back to your chair that way. But yeah, it's straight up. It's straight up in his 60s Ozzy. That's what this dude.
He's babes.
Yeah, exactly.
Sharon. I'm so confused.
And then they proceed to play this super gnarly
Dude, like okay,
Black Sabbath cover, new lyrics.
their
show.
guitars, man, like they could shred.
They were on fire,
them,
dude.
dude. Like I loved that. That was like my favorite part of the whole night. Really, like truthfully, was just them just on it, man.
Like it was an actual show.
Yeah.
Like to your point about the guitar player and the bass player, I didn't watch the drummer very much because they were so entertaining in their style of playing.
So I mean, he was the Hamburglar. He had his little eye black on or whatever. I didn't watch him either much. But one thing I did watch was like Ozzy in all of his weirdness, or Ronald Ozzy or Rozzy, let's call him.
Rossi.
And dude, he does his little old man walk back to the drums. He pulls out a bottle of ketchup and mustard, and he just, stone cold Steve Austin's them right there in front of everybody, and he's just got that,
He's got that
you
great,
know.
yeah.
And then he comes up, starts spraying the crowd. And I looked at Casey. I was like, I swear to God, if I get ketchup and mustard on me, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's my new shirt.
I have my good boots on, man. Okay, God forbid I get
This is
those
my-
stained.
It's my Texas Roadhouse shirt. I can't get ketchup
If I
on
get
it.
my Ariat stained, I'm gonna be pissed. But then like he pulls out spatulas and he's just, you know what that reminded me of? That gave me the SNL skit when Will Ferrell was playing the cowbell.
Oh, the cowbell?
More cowbell, and he just
Yeah.
that's gave me those vibes.
So think about let's go down this rabbit hole because I think it's going to be a good rabbit hole. Pitching that to your friends for the first time. All right, Blake, listen, dude. I got an idea for a band. Okay, you're a pretty good guitar player. It's a Black Sabbath tribute band.
Yeah, I'm there for it. Yeah,
You in
I
it?
love
I mean,
Black Sabbath. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
great idea.
all Aussie tunes. We're going to tweak the lyrics
dude,
a little
heck
bit.
Yeah. No, not too much. Yeah, great.
Yeah, a little bit. There's one catch.
What's that?
I need you to wear a cheeseburger head.
Oh no,
Look, dude, it's going to sell out. We're going to sell out.
you can't make me get in. Are you sure?
Listen,
Like, have
I'm
you-
just saying, cheeseburger head. It's got tusk. You know, we're gonna get Jared to dress as Grimace. You know,
Man, we
We'll
better
get
make
called-
it.
we'll
I'm
get
trying to
called
make it,
skin.
man. If I do this, we better make
dude,
it.
I'm telling you, it's gonna sell.
If we don't make it, man.
Imagine pitching that to your friends for
Yeah,
the first time.
that's crazy. Is it at least a McDouble? That would be probably
Imagine
my first
pitching
question.
that to anybody for the first time.
Yeah,
And what I mean, like, then
It's gotta
looking
be
at you
such a
going,
weird-
No,
it's gotta be a weird.
I don't know,
concept.
Tommy. I don't know, Tommy.
Come on, Johnny, just do it. Come on,
I don't know, Tommy. Like the cheeseburger head, dude. Like it's just not my thing.
dude. Get
like,
the, okay. Hold on. It's not just a cheeseburger.
I'm a professional.
You got elephant
guitarist.
tusk coming out from underneath it, and get this: you're in a cape with your collar popped up.
Look, I don't, Tommy. I don't know, man.
Dude, it's so
Like,
punk
just not-
rock.
it's not- so I finally take the job and I go home and go, babe, I got the gig. But I don't want to tell her about the cheeseburger head.
So you go, oh, what's the gig? Oh, we're playing
Black Sabbath cover band.
Yeah, we're gonna play Black Sabbath tribute songs with the lyrics tweaked a little bit. It's gonna shred, you know.
Did you get up all your friends? We got a show Friday.
no, he's probably the one guy in the band that takes it seriously and is actually ashamed of it. Goes, don't bring anybody. We're gonna bring my dad. No, don't bring your dad.
No, don't bring your dad. Let us get used to this first. You come see the show first. So
Yeah.
she goes to the show, It's about to start. Eddie's putting up the,
He just
fry. First, she walks into the venue and sees Fry Cook Eddie and goes, "Oh, okay."
he just got off work.
What Max Sabbath? I thought it was okay. All right. So now Eddie's up there putting up. She saw the 2 opening bands.
Oh, dude,
Right.
She's like, okay, well that's cool. They gave some no names, some some publicity.
So he's putting up the thing. He uncovers the Ronald McDonald head, and the lasers shoot out. And she goes, "Oh my God, Johnny!"
She starts looking around. Am I in the right place?
She's texting Johnny like, "Are you sure it's here?"
We're in the whatever room it was. We're there, right? Yeah. We're about to come out, baby. It's gonna shred. It's gonna shred.
The thing drops. The cheeseburger head.
She's sitting there trying to figure out which Johnny is. Is he in Grimace or is he in the cheeseburger head?
Is he the drummer? So she's texting him the whole show, babe. Is this a joke? Where are you really playing
This
at?
can't be real.
Answer me. Why are you not texting?
This is not funny anymore.
Lights go off. She's backstage. He walks out, takes off the cheeseburger head, just pouring sweat, dude. Just pouring sweat. What'd you think?
Shredded, didn't it?
Oh my God.
Oh, it was such a fun night, though. Like,
It was,
truthfully, it was. And saw some characters, man.
Dude, I think it was a phenomenal show. I think it was worth every. As a matter of fact, now that I've seen it, I would be in at Max Sabbath at $50 a ticket, just because I don't know that I would go see it again, but it's one of the,
I wouldn't make it.
I enjoyed the show.
Like, I'm probably not going to go to the Legacy Arena and watch them.
No, no, like that type of venue.
The dark, 200 max occupancy room is.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's where you want to see them.
They're a 200 occupancy band.
Yeah, that's the charm. That's
Yeah.
the show aspect of it. We did, because we were there, we learned about Necro Goblin Con.
Oh, dude, Necro Goblin Con was just with a whiff of necrophilia. How do you become the Necro Goblin? What's the initiation process?
What is Necro Goblin? What does that? I actually want to dive into it, because after you sent me the music
I
video,
did, so I checked out their music. And
I was like, this
for
band's
real,
actually good.
like if they weren't doing weird crap, like they could be pretty good. Like drop the Goblin thing.
No, I actually like the Goblin thing, especially in that video. That music video is Bones, by the way. If you want to watch it, it's Necro Goblin Con Bones. You can see it on YouTube. That video is actually kind of cool, because the whole bowling alley thing, it was a very well produced video.
I just think they would be better if they weren't Necro
Goblins.
This is, again, they'd be really good if they weren't weird.
Not everything could be country.
Well, I know, and I'm not asking it to. So
not
that's
everything
another
could be
thing.
rock.
That's another thing. Okay, I'm very proud of myself, because I have always just assumed I would not like punk rock screamo music like that. Never listened to it before. You brought this up, and I was like, all right, well, let's go to Max Sabbath, not knowing what we were going to walk into ahead of time. And all they did was confirm that I don't like screamo music.
Yeah.
It hurts my ears.
I have appreciation for it they have to do it a very certain way.
I don't have appreciation for the screaming. Now the guitars, they could play the guitar. Nobody's business. Even the Presbyterian lady, she was just I'm here for it, okay?
Taking ties. Stroking chords and taking ties, baby.
But the screaming in the mic, I'm not for.
See, I think if you work it in, like Flyleaf, that chick did it really well. If you work it in the right place in the song, like if you're going up a couple of bars and then you drop one and then you level it back out, like I'm cool with that. If it's just
she was just screaming,
angry screaming from the start,
like
to
in
the finish.
in their first song, Body Dysmorphia, they were just screaming in that one.
You caught more than I did.
All I caught was Body Dysmorphia.
You caught more than I did
out of that one. I just caught Body Dysmorphia.
I was still in shock at what's going on, and then I completely got lost after the page.
Yeah,
completely,
dude.
You lost me.
They were tearing into that bass though.
But we got this really cool experience out of it.
We got a great experience. It was fun, and I would definitely probably not go see them again, but
Oh, we're gonna do it again. Not
I
them,
would
but we're gonna do that
definitely
again.
go to something that I'm uncomfortable with. Again.
I seriously want to try to catch Necro Goblin Con.
Yeah,
Like,
I would. That's probably one I would like to go because like they're genuinely like their music sounded really good when I
Yeah.
watched the videos on YouTube.
I like the way the style of the
Yeah,
the way
like
he
that
sings.
that could be on my workout playlist. Like
Yeah.
they could be there.
Yeah.
And
So I
like,
think we should seek out a Necro Goblin Con.
when's the next Necro tour?
I don't know. We'll look it up because I guarantee you'll get some interesting openers with that.
Yeah.
They may be the opener for a little bit more known punk band, which was even kind of cool too. But no, it's like I just want to take a second and point that out. Like we took a gamble.
We did.
We took a $50 gamble to drive an hour to go see something that we had no idea. Well, I had an idea of what we were walking into with the Mac Sabbath part, but I didn't know what to expect.
I
Mac
didn't
Sabbath.
think like I knew what Max Sabbath was gonna be about. It's pretty self-explanatory. We didn't look them up or anything beforehand, but it's self-explanatory with their cover posters
Yeah.
and name and all that stuff. But what I really wasn't prepared for was we only caught one full song out of them, but
Florida Man.
Florida Man,
Florida Man!
Florida Man. you know, you want to effing rock.
I bought Hayden that shirt and she loves it. I bought her a shirt from all three bands. and
Dinah
she
still has
loves it.
not put on her Max Sabbath t-shirt.
I'll buy it. I'll give you your money back for it. I'll buy it and give it to Hayden because that's the one she
I
wants.
was thinking if I could turn it into a cutoff, like fishing.
Oh, dude. All day.
Yeah.
That is a great
I
fishing
was
shirt.
thinking about doing it because she's not going to wear it.
No.
I mean, I'll do
Yeah,
something
to
with
cut
it.
it all the way.
Yeah,
Like
I was going to
the
do.
sides all
I've
the
got
way
one
down.
like that. It's
Yeah.
a West Morgan football shirt, but I'll do that. Just,
Yeah,
it's
just
like
loop that bad
almost
boy.
just a poncho.
Where it's like this much.
Yeah.
It's only like a 2-inch stretch. at the
Shows
bottom.
off my man tit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I got one of those that finally got so old I had to cut the collar out
Oh, goodness.
because it ripped all the way around except for like a little 2-inch spot back here.
Yeah.
So I just cut it off. So that shirt now has it loops down like this.
So I got to do it right,
And all
though,
the way
because
down
like
the side.
Diana makes fun of my West Morgan football shirt that I've got like that because it's not evenly cut.
That and you're not that size anymore.
I never was that size. Okay? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but
I still had a tummy. all right?
mediums look different when they're supposed to be an extra large as when they do when they're
Hey
supposed
man,
to be
I was in a
schmediums.
large, okay, back then, and the shirt itself is an extra large. So get off me.
I used to not, and I still do, but I now have T-shirts in my drawer at home that have sleeves in it. That is a new thing. for me.
Sleeves?
Sleeves. Yeah.
Yeah,
every
you usually do have
yeah, I
just
cut them out.
sleeveless
dude.
shirts.
I
Yeah.
will cut them out. I've got 4 or 5.
You're always that,
on my thing.
sleeves are prison for your arms kind of guy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't want to hold them back. It's too much artwork up there.
Sun's out,
I
guns
got,
out, boys.
I got too much going on, man.
Dude, I mean, if I spent that much money on tattoos, yeah, I would probably do the same.
You know, how do I say this? I don't regret anything that I have because it's part of the story.
Yeah.
But I got prime real estate that I would love to put something else there, like right here on my forearm. Like I would. I
You don't have any like chest tattoos, do you? Like no torso
no,
tattoos.
they start up. They stop here, stop down here.
Yeah.
No, I could. I never wanted to. I don't mind the pain, but the ribs, chest, knees,
Well, you've got enough cushion there to
still, man.
soften the
Yeah,
blow.
I don't. Oh, I wouldn't do. Well, for my 50th birthday, I'm getting Thug Life across my stomach.
Dude, I always
That's my.
I always said, like, if I ever get to the point where I'm like shredded and can pull it off, I'll get a back tattoo on my shoulder blades of something cool, like from shoulder blade to shoulder blade.
Your last name, Kranich.
No, that's
In
tacky.
giant West Coast font.
That's tacky to me. Getting your name tattooed on you is pretty like self-absorbed.
Get Buttercup across the back.
It used to be. I wanted like ducks on one.
These colors don't run. 1776.
That's that tattoo right there.
I'm so proud of the red, white, and blue. I got it in black and white.
When in reality, I had a $150 coupon to get a free tattoo, and that's all I could get.
That's true.
Little shading as possible, and I was like, you know what? It's my first tattoo.
See, I never got like. I have a lot of dumb tattoos. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of stupid tattoos.
You got some stupid ones.
But I never went and purposely got a bad tattoo, like in the basement of somebody's house or in the kitchen of somebody's mom's
I worked
house.
with a guy
Almost
who had his own tattoo gun, and he offered to give me tattoos. He would tattoo on himself, but he's right-handed, so all of his art is just on his left hand.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
He's got weird crap, dude. And but he'd offered to do tattoos on me. I'm like, mm-mm.
No.
He's like, I'm not doing this in your living room. I'll keep my stuff clean. I'm like, I don't care.
Like, I don't have to have. I prefer a really good artist.
Yeah.
Like my high end, and this is no plug to anybody, but like Matthew Goska over in Huntsville does like supreme work, man. Like I love the way his stuff does. John Rindo down at Dodge City does phenomenal.
I don't know if he's still there, but All the Rage in Hartselle, Buster used to do all my buddies.
Buster's
stuff.
over at Arton's. I think it's still Art and Soul in Hartselle. Buster does phenomenal work,
dude,
man.
Awesome.
Phenomenal.
If I could if I could have afforded it back then, I would have gone to him.
But they're not like that. They have the ability to be, but they're not those top of the industry, 2 years and $10,000 for a quarter sleeve type status. I don't have to have that, but I want their quality.
Yeah.
I want that highest quality that you can feasibly afford.
Dude, like he would put Bob Ross on, just you'd watch it, you'd look down, he's like got so much done.
Yeah.
And it looked really good.
Yep.
But
I want to do that, but I never went to a scratcher, dude.
Yeah.
Now I've got some.
Now, I do want to get more tattoos eventually.
I do too, but now it hurts too much now.
I don't know what I want though.
Dude.
Like I probably want to do something with my kids, but I also feel like that's kind of cliche.
I got David's feet print on my arm.
Like I thought about doing like their initials.
Now that is. I would say like if you come up with like a visual of it, like something that illustrates them, those type of things typically don't go away. But I always think about the Chinese letters. The trend that happened in the 90s and tramp stamps.
It happened when I was in high school too.
At some point, like lettering and saying, like I know a lot of people. I still think it's one of the coolest tattoos, and I just don't have it. It's that famous F where it says family. Like I love that tattoo, but it's widely associated with white trash. But that stuff typically plays a course.
On that topic specifically, did you see the video? It was on Facebook, but a Chinese dude did what it looks like every time they see like American with like just the Chinese letters on there.
No.
So one girl had something or other tattooed, and he just wrote water on his arm. That's what we see.
It's true though, man.
It's supposed to be something,
You really don't know what it says.
No. Like my buddy's got this big old one on his arm, and it's determination. I don't know if that's the truth.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what it really stands for. That's what he was told.
I guarantee you it doesn't say determination, because that is an English word. Now it might translate to something like strength or I don't know, perseverance, but I guarantee that daggum thing don't say determination.
I don't know, man, but he's got a big old fat one on his arm.
See, I think like David wants one, and I'm good with it as long as you put thought in it.
Yeah.
Like I told her straight up, like if we're going to do this, then you're going to get one. It's like quarter sleeve, something that you're going to love forever. Some nice piece.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get Grace or Joy, those little rinky dink tattoos that.
Didn't you,
for her, like I'm not going to do that. No, I have those.
I know one on your finger right now.
Yeah. Well, and that's a great example. Like, dude, you never really know how life's going to play out.
Yeah.
Like you just don't.
That's the rule of thumb is never get a name tattoo on you.
No, don't.
Unless they're like dead.
Yeah, and even then, I just don't think you do that. Like, let's unpack that. We got a little bit left. Like, let's unpack that. Why? What?
Prime example.
Yeah, I know. Why? Why is at what point is the stamping of a property like? Because that's what it is.
Yeah, it's
like I don't even really get the in loving memory of like I don't write.
You can put that on the back of the Tahoe.
You can put that put it on the slide window of the C10.
Yeah.
Like that's where that goes, and peel the backer off of it. Don't leave the whole thing on there. Peel the backer off. But I don't understand it on the body. Like
no, I'll probably never get a name unless like my kid's initials or something.
Yeah.
But that's I don't know. I couldn't do just a name.
I hope that this tattoo thing takes this wide swing to where it becomes cool not to have them. Because it has to rotate.
People are getting some of the most stupidest tattoos that I've ever seen.
People are going straight to the face.
Yeah, like
straight
to the face. I can't get a job. Those are those guys.
Yeah, like I don't understand tattoo in the face. Now, if it's your thing and you've made it that far, good for you, man. But hey, I'm 17.
Like I saw a video where this girl got her boyfriend's name
No.
tattooed on her cheek right
No.
here.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Oh, it's dumb.
That's dumb.
Face is all puffed up afterwards.
They get the little gang tattoos that think they make them look cool. Like, bro, you didn't earn
The
any
old
of that.
teardrop,
Yeah, like you might could throw it down, but you didn't earn that.
Yeah, and it's all one. Everyone getting like. I hate when people refer to themselves as like king. Because people are getting king tattoos too.
No, what is this? I don't know this trend.
I don't think it's a trend. I've seen it a couple times with like people who like look
Like
at
King
themselves.
Blake.
Yeah, like they look at themselves as like royalty, like nobody can touch them. They get like king whatever,
Those are the same douchebags that are.
Want a Greek god physique
Yeah.
in the gym,
Look,
those
man.
guys.
I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect, but some things in life are just douchey. Like it's unanimous.
Yeah,
Like everybody in the room, without saying anything, goes, "That dude's a douchebag."
you could just tell. I mean, they carry themselves like one.
Yeah, like
I mean-
even your friends. I'm telling you right now.
Every friends group's got a douchebag in there that everyone knows and is okay with them being a douchebag. They tolerate them, but they are a world class douchebag.
because deep down they're a really good person.
They are. They
and
mean well.
they know that side of it, so they're like, I mean, he ain't that bad.
Yeah.
He's kind of douchey sometimes.
Once you get used to him, you
just
gotta
gotta
get
know
around
who he
him.
is. But know that you're a douchebag. Like,
Straight up, gym culture has
great.
gym culture has like produced more douchebags than any other like trend or culture or whatever that has been on this planet. And that is a hill I will die on.
Dude, I'm good for being confident.
Oh yeah,
I'm good for putting work.
There's confident, there's cocky.
and being proud. Exactly. I don't understand the other
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
like everything is you got to pose, whatever, doing.
Do you even want to post pictures and be like, look at what I've achieved? Good for you.
Yeah,
Like, good for you, man.
but
Good for you, chick.
posting the pictures of you with just some motivational whatever, I don't quit and what is sleep,
Yeah.
Can I go home now?
If you walk up to me and have an ounce of, you could look like this too if you did what I did, I don't want anything to do with you at all.
There's a reason I don't look like you.
Your personality is about that deep. That's as
If your
deep as that person
personality
goes.
is Jim, you're
Yeah.
a douchebag.
You're a douchebag. Like, there's a difference between health, right?
Yeah,
Healthy,
there's
good.
healthy, and then
Go
there's
for
just
it.
over the top.
You know what they're saying? He's too fat. Sitting over here talking about our lifestyle. Like, yes, I am.
Put down the cheeseburger. Well, no, I'm not gonna.
I also know that I weigh 253 pounds. I also know that I'm making decisions to change that, but I will never be that.
I don't want to.
Never. Never. I don't want that
I just want to be
attitude.
able to walk up the stairs without being winded. Get out of bed without hurting.
Yeah.
And
I would rather people look at me like, God, here comes Casey. He never shuts up.
yeah,
As opposed to, God, here comes Casey. He's going to talk to us about a new pyramid scheme. I know you were in the gym earlier, Casey. I saw it on Facebook. I see it every day on Facebook. We're all aware that you throw tires. I don't ever want that. I'll never be that person.
do people still throw tires?
I think they're all broken down now. There's enough slip discs floating around the CrossFit that they don't throw tires anymore.
Yeah, CrossFit. So that's a whole nother that's a personality in itself.
It is.
That's not just gym personality. That is like CrossFit. It's almost as bad as Jeep people.
You know, the thing about CrossFit for me is it's like, I know people that are all in it, and then, dude, they look phenomenal. Like, they go through this thing and they look really
Yeah,
good.
but it's their whole life.
But then they don't stick with it, and then they go right back to me. they're right back to
see,
this.
I'm the opposite. I know people that do it, and that's their whole personality is CrossFit.
Yeah,
Like if
I
you're
know
not,
a lot of those.
Like
too.
if you're not doing CrossFit, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's a cult.
Yeah. Some would say Max Sabbath is a cult too.
Oh no, we were definitely part of a cult Friday. That was
No,
there
we
was
weren't
some
a part
culty
of it.
things going
We
on.
weren't a part of it. Okay, we were just visiting, getting the
We
feel
left
of the
when
land.
we left, so we didn't get invited
Dude,
for the purple
like
Kool-Aid.
you fit in a little bit more than I did, but
Oh no, I fit in a lot more than you did.
I stuck out like a fly in a milk carton.
My age, right, and because I have that flat bill
That's
side.
another thing. There were more older people there than I thought there were going to be, you included. And
There was one person in Justin's jeans and a flannel.
Who was that guy?
He's sitting
I didn't
across
see
from
him.
me. There is one Tyler Childers fan in the crowd.
I wasn't in Justin's. Okay, I was in Ariat's. Okay, it's the difference.
I was gonna say Ariats, but I couldn't remember which one.
Ariat's, Wranglers, and a Walmart flannel.
Yeah, there was one Faded Glory fan in the crowd. There were a few me's. There was one you.
There was that one.
You'll get
dude.
known as that guy. You'll get known
Dude, I don't.
as the country guy at the
I'm
punk
all
shows.
for it. I'm all for it.
Seen that Amish dude? You seen that Amish dude? He's at every show. Like, when you talk to it,
They bring me on stage. Hey, man.
throw down, do some yodeling.
The only thing I was like kind of hoping, but I wasn't hoping for it was a mosh pit.
Yeah, it wasn't right. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I could take you to one.
I don't know, man.
We'll get balcony seats.
If I get punched in the face, I'm like,
No, dude. See, that's I'm at the age now, in the tax bracket now, to buy a balcony seat.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they're 75 instead of 50. Okay, calm down. Okay, we're not talking.
Tell me you make money without telling me you make money.
I buy balcony
Dropping
tickets
$75 on a balcony seat.
at underground punk shows.
Up yours, guy.
Yeah, we get the balcony seat that has the little 4-seater table.
Yeah.
You just sit up there and watch the chaos unfold.
Dude, eat chicken wings and watch people on a mosh pit,
That's
dude.
yeah, that's it, dude. You just sit up there all night and be like, dude, that looked like it hurt a lot. Did you see that?
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
I got 20. He didn't get up till the next song. I got 20. I'll take that. I'll see 20. See that guy right there? Yeah. How many songs you
You
get?
take that deal? I'll take that deal.
How many times he going around the pit? How many times? 1.5. I give him 2. I'll throw 5 on it.
Man,
That's the next show. That's the next show.
Let's find just a rager.
I'm going to reach out to Brian Burks down at Wonderful Things in Birmingham, and I'm going to ask. I'm going to say, look, Brian, this is what we're doing. We're documenting these experiences, and I need a list of shows to where I can get X, Y, and Z out of this to witness. I guarantee you, Brian can give it to us.
Okay, hit him up.
Because he's one of my favorite artists too. But he does a lot of those. Like they do punk shows. They do punk rock flea markets. Like it's people like me. Actually, their art's a little bit cooler than mine in some aspects. They go and set up, and then they do this huge punk show around it. So I'll reach out to Brian. And
I always want to go to like one of them where they dress up and they've got like the big boots with like that big of a heel on them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like they're all black and the hair's all just like.
Oh yeah. Dude, I can
Go to one of those.
We can arrange that.
I'll wear my flannel.
We can arrange that. We can reach out to Joseph Botkin. He lives down there. He's a part of a underground circuit.
Like I'm all
on the
for
music
going to
stuff.
like weird stuff.
Oh yeah, we could definitely. We can hook this up. The next one is an underground hip hop battle.
Oh God, dude.
That's the next one.
I would love to go one of those. Be like 8 Mile.
We need to talk to Pope.
Yeah.
Pope's talented.
Well, we can get him on the phone.
We need to do that.
2 Fried Taters goes to see underground hip hop.
Then we go to a country bar, like a just a juke joint, man. Like straight up bull in the corner, ain't worked in 20 years. What are you doing in here? That kind of
Yeah, that one.
the ones Cody Jinks started playing.
Dude sitting on his 5th divorce.
Yeah.
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 Let's do that.
Go check those out. Go to a couple churches. Get some Sunday morning service. We'll go judge those too.
Beer and Bibles, boy. Beers and Bibles.
I just don't get the fog machine. I don't understand how that correlates with God, but okay. Like
Yeah,
it's
God
all right.
sent a fog over the people of Israel.
It's like this perfectly timed
Because
production.
he's spoken through the burning bushes like men was born to rock.
Grab your guitar.
And you just hear,
Well, since we still haven't figured out how to end the show,
if we don't see you,
we'll call that the end of the show. So
stay tuned. See y'all next week.
it's the end of the show. It's the end of the show. See you later. It's the end
Play
of
us
the show.
out, Johnny.
Hell yeah. I knew that one was going to be a fun one. TFT9.
I think us not having a sign off is the sign off.
Oh, I love it. It's the randomness. It's the absolute random side of it.